Hi, first grade mathematicians. Hey, happy Earth Day. I've got my Peace on Earth shirt on today. Like promised, today I will teach you some cool subtraction strategies. Yesterday, we worked on that addition strategy where you could make a 9, a 10, and then subtract, and it was just so much easier to add with tens. Well, here are some cool subtraction strategies that you can use. So I'm going to need to get out my document camera and read along with me for the I can statement today. Today, I can use 3 strategies to solve subtraction problems. And there's that subtraction symbol right there to help you remember that today we are subtracting. And we've got 3 strategies to study. And these are their names. You've probably already used some of them and just didn't know that they actually had official names. One official name is takeaway. That's one of our strategies. Another strategy is count up. You probably already do this. And another strategy to use is addition fact. What does that mean? I will explain. I'll start with takeaway and explain one strategy at a time. So for the takeaway strategy, it's like it sounds. You're going to be taking things away. That is subtraction. So let me move this out of the way. And I like to use my tree maps when I'm making information about something that I'm learning. So I started one for us. It's subtraction strategies, and I've listed those same 3 strategies up top. We've got our takeaway strategy, our count up strategy, and our addition strategy. Let's start with just takeaway, like I said. When you get a takeaway problem, you'll usually have a question that's something like this. How many were left? They'll almost always ask you that when it's easiest to use takeaway. How many were left? And it's because in these problems, things are leaving. You start with some cookies, you eat a bunch of them, some of them are gone. How many are left? You start with all kinds of friends over at your house, but then some of them have to leave. How many left? That's this takeaway problem. So I'm going to do examples with you with penguins. And we've got 2 penguins today. They're brother and sisters, and they're Molly and Ollie. So let me get that out for you here. Here we have Molly, M for Molly, and Ollie, O for Ollie. The funny thing is they spell their names differently. It's that tricky E sound at the end of a word. It says, meet the penguin twins. Molly, her name ends in a Y, and Ollie, his name ends in an IE, but they both say E. So there's Molly and Ollie. Hey, guess what? They both love to dive into icy cold water, catch fish, and eat them. That's what penguins do. All right, here's our first example. This is a takeaway practice. So number 1 says, Molly caught 10 fish in the morning. I think I need to move some of this stuff for you here. I'm looking at my document camera, and it might be kind of hard for you to be figuring out what's going on. All right, here, let's try again. So Molly caught 10 fish in the morning. She ate 6 of them. Here's that question. How many did she have left? Yeah, that's a takeaway problem. She's starting with 10. She's eating 6 of them. Those 6, they go bye-bye down her belly. How many are left? Well, I do like to draw pictures, so I would do something like this. I would not draw actual fish. That would take me too long. I'm just going to use circles because that's super easy for me. So She's starting with 10 fish. I like to do them in groups of 5. So there's my 10 fish, or Molly's 10 fish. She's going to eat 6 of them. They're going away. So I'm just going to cross out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those ones she ate. How many are left? What is it? First graders, shout it out. That's right. There are 4 fish left, and you can see those 4 fish right there. I also like to write equations when I'm doing math, of course. So we started with 10. 6 went away. That's a subtraction problem. And 4 fish were left. And I'm even going to label my problem. 4 fish were left. How many did she have left? She had 4 fish left. Putting a box around my answer. Hey, that, my friends, was a takeaway problem. Start with a number, take some away. You can even do that on your fingers. If you had, say, the 10 fish on your fingers and you took away 6, 4 would be left. Yeah, you can do it on your fingers too. Number racks work as well. I know you don't have a number rack at home, so I'm going to stick with the drawing model since you can do that at home. All right, that was takeaway. What about another strategy? We had another strategy. It was the count up strategy. Count up. It's a good one. Let me show you this. So, takeaway and now counting up. With the count up strategy, you'll usually have a question that says, how many more? It's a comparison problem. And we practiced these probably a couple months ago, where you're comparing 2 different numbers. So that's why I wrote comparing numbers there. So when you count up, you're comparing. And when you count up, you also start with the smaller number when you count up. Let me show you what I mean. Back here with Molly and Ollie. So number 2 on our practice page is a count up problem. And it sounds like this. It says, Ollie and Molly were having a fishing contest. Ollie caught 10 fish. Molly caught 7 fish. How many more, there's that how many more fish does Molly need to catch to have the same number as Ollie? This one seems a little trickier in my brain, but I'm going to teach you that it doesn't have to be. If you're getting a how many more problem or a comparison problem, you just count up. Yeah, I'll draw a picture for counting up and I'll use my fingers for counting up to show you. So if I were to draw a picture, because you know we like pictures, I would start with Ollie and I would give him 10 fish because it says he caught 10 fish. So I'm just going to draw dots this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All in a line. All right, and then Molly has 7 fish. I'm going to line them up really nicely because I'm comparing. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let's compare. Let's see how many more Molly needs to catch. Well, these all pair right up so nicely. Molly's 7 pair up with the 7 that Ollie has, but how many more does Ollie have? Yeah, he has 3 more. So how many more fish would Molly need to catch? to have the same number as Ollie? She'd need to catch 1, 2, 3 more. That's a picture way to draw it. You know what? Counting up is super easy with your fingers. So you start with the smaller number. That's the 7. And you count up until you get to the bigger number, which is 10. So I start with 7. I don't show 7. I just start with 7 in my brain. I think 7, and then I'm going to count up. 7, 8, 9, 10. How many more? 3 more. I'll show you that again. You think of that smaller number in your brain. 7. Okay, 7. I'm thinking it, and I'm going to count up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, there's those 3. That was the count up strategy. It's a good one for your fingers. All right, and the last strategy that I promised you is this strategy called addition fact. I thought we were doing subtraction. We are, but addition and subtraction go together. So if you know addition facts, you actually kind of know subtraction facts too. So let me show you over here on my map right here. So there was that takeaway strategy, the counting up strategy, and now this addition strategy. The question that they might ask you for an addition fact strategy could be all kinds. It could be the how many more or the how many were left. It doesn't matter. But if you can think about the addition facts that you know in a snap, like your doubles or like your making tens, then the subtraction problems that go with them should be easy peasy. For example, you know how to make 10 in all sorts of ways. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 3 plus 7 equals 10. And 4 plus 6 equals 10. Hey, we could do another one. It's the double. 5 plus, that's right, 5 equals 10. Well, those fact families, those subtraction problems that go with it, if we know 1 plus 9 equals 10, then automatically we think, oh yeah, then 10 minus 1 equals 9. Or if we know that 2 plus 8 equals 10, then hey, 10 minus 2 equals 8. Just like that. If you know these ones quickly, you should start learning those ones quickly. They can help you. So let me show you what I mean. Our last problem with Molly and Ollie is that addition fact that can help you. And it says, Ollie caught 10 fish. He gave 5 of them to Molly. How many fish did he have left? Hey, this is a how many were left question. So if you wanted to, you could do takeaway. If you wanted, you could just write 10, take away how many he gave to Molly, 10 take away 5 equals, and we don't even need to draw a picture of this. These are those doubles. We know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. So 10 minus 5 equals 5. Yeah. How many fish did he have left? He had 5 fish left right there. All right. You know what? I'm looking back at this problem and I never wrote an equation for it. I think I should do that. I like to go back at my work, look at it, and make sure I've got everything there. So, how many fish does Molly? Oh, this was that comparison one, that counting up one. So there's lots of different equations you could write. I think that I will just write 10 minus 7 equals 3. Or if I were to think of it as counting up, I could go the 7 that Molly started with plus the 3 more to equal the 10 that Ollie had. You could use this equation to show your work or this equation to show your work. Drawing your pictures, writing your equations, labeling your answers, all things we've talked about, my friends. All right, so today in Seesaw, you're actually going to do a little bit of this practice for me because Mrs. Taylor and Miss Klein and I, we want to see your thinking. So in Seesaw today, what I did was I took a picture of this page right here. This page is not in your student workbook. This page is in my book. So I had to take a picture, I put it on Seesaw, and then this is what you need to do. You're going to do problems 1 through 4. And I know you can't write with a pencil on Seesaw, so you're going to use those labeling tools. There's pens and pencils, and there's the text box that you can type in. And what you'll do is you'll go through these problems, and you're going to have to do 3 little parts. So it says, here come Molly and Ollie again with some more fishing problems for you to solve. All right. And you have to decide what strategy works best for you to figure out these problems. Is it going to be the takeaway strategy, the counting up strategy, or the addition fact strategy? You decide. You might like one the best that you use all the time. Who knows? Maybe you want to try all 3 out. So for number 1, I'm going to do that with you right now. And I've also done it for you on Seesaw. But I want you to do this with me too. So let's think about this. So focus in here and let's look. I'll even cover up the other ones. Let's look just at number 1. Perfect. It says, Ollie caught 12 fish. I like to circle my important information. That's what Ollie caught. Molly caught 9 fish. That's what Molly caught. How many more fish did Ollie catch than Molly? Oh, how many more? Oh, what was that? Let me look back at my information sheet. There was the takeaway. They usually ask how many are left, things are leaving. Oh yeah, when they ask how many more, they're usually comparing. Oh yeah, I could just count up. I could just start with a smaller number and count up. Okay, well, then I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to choose the counting up strategy for this problem. And I'm going to write an equation for it, and then I'm going to give the answer right there. So if I were to count up, I need to start from the smaller number. Okay, all right, so that's 9. That's 9. There's that smaller number, 9. Thinking 9. And then I'm going to count up to, what number am I going to count up to? If I start at 9, I'm going to count up to, oh yeah, to 12, because that's how many Ollie has. Okay, so 9, I'm thinking 9, 10, 11, 12. How many more to get to 12? 3. So I think I'm going to write it like this. 9 plus 3 more, if I count it up, would get me to 12. I could also draw a picture of it. We could do that comparison where we line up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for Ollie. And then you got to be careful though lining them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pair up all the partners. I should have 3. Boom, right there. So Ollie caught 3 more fish. Let's make sure. How many more fish did Ollie catch? Yep, Ollie caught 3 more fish. And then make sure you have your equation here. I wrote one over here. I could rewrite it inside, or I could show it as a subtraction equation. I could show it as 12 that Ollie had minus the 9 that Molly had would give me 3. Either of these equations work because subtraction and addition equations go together when they're in the same fact family, my friends. So this is what you're going to do on Seesaw. You're going to choose the strategy that you like the best, write the equation that goes with it, and make sure you put the answer. I gave you a rectangular box in Seesaw just like this for you to do your work. Okay. All right. You can use those three strategies to solve these subtraction problems. And look how excited Anna got when she figured out she could use these subtraction strategies. She's so happy. All right, my first grade friends, until next time, bye bye.